Alrighty, hello. How's it going, everyone? How's it going? Today, I had no clue what I was doing. Let's be honest. Do I ever? I always wing it. That's just how I roll. But I remember Nays brought up, hey, you played Stanley Parable in the past, but you never played the Deluxe Edition. Then I remember Rill, not too long ago, asked me, oh, you should stream Stanley Parable. And I told him, oh, I did a long time ago. And then as I was looking through games, I saw it. And like a mission, or a message rather, from above, it flew down and beamed into my brain. Stanley Parable Deluxe Edition. So now I just need to prove to this game that, one, it can't tell me what to do. I'm a strong, independent man. I don't need nobody. Sure, whatever. And whatever. I don't know. Intros are hard. Let's continue. Technically, yes. Please adjust the slider. Whatever. I'm too lazy. Strong, independent skeleton that don't need nobody. See, this is why you get paid the big bucks, Nays. I should have said that. Please enter current time. It is 9:03. Accessibility settings. I don't need to be accessible. I'm standoffish. Alright, is there anything in the settings I should change? Let's max FOV. Camera sensitivity might be a little low, but that's fine for now. Audio, how's audio? I guess I won't know until I'm in the game more. Turn VSync off because I already have that. Should I do... Yeah, let's do borderless. I guess everything else should be fine. Let's start it. Let's do it to it. Oh, right. I need to open this. I always
This
forget.
is the story of a man named Stanley.
Let me know if it's too loud.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building
It's looking
where
a little
he was
loud.
employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple.
Why not
He
420?
sat at his desk in room
It's a little...
427.
Okay. Well, accidentally skipped it trying to pause. All right, I can fix it. I could just reset. I can hit begin the game again. So that way we can get the cutscene. All right, how's this? Wait, what? Begin the game again. It's not going to give me the intro? Whatever, I'll just go to menu. And then start game.
This is the story of a man
How's that?
named Stanley.
Is that better or still too loud?
Stanley worked for a company in a
It's
big
looking a
building
little too
where
loud,
he
still
was
no BS.
employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple.
Seems okay? Okay,
He sat at
perfect.
his desk in room 427.
Thank you
and
for being
he
my
pushed
audio
buttons
guy.
on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk.
It was hard
telling
when
him
we were
what
playing It
buttons
Takes
to
Two and I had an
push, how
audio
long to
for
push
myself.
and in what order.
When I
is
went
what
back and looked at the
employee
VOD, I was like, oh my
427
goodness, the start of this
every
was so
day
bad.
of
But when I got
every
about, I
month
think
of
about maybe 20, 30 minutes in,
And although
I was able to
others
fix it
might
out
have
pretty
considered
good.
it soul-lifting, Stanley relished every moment
But it took
that he
me a
was
minute to
here.
adjust it.
as though he had been made exactly for this job.
The BGM could be
Stanley
lowered after the cutscene.
was
Okay.
happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened.
I was born.
Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been
went
at
to a
his
furry
desk for
website.
nearly an hour when he
Oh.
realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed
Hey,
up to give him
that means you just
instructions,
get paid to
call
sit
a
there.
meeting,
Worth.
or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete
fine.
isolation.
Get paid to sit there and look pretty.
Clearly wrong.
That's my
Shocked,
favorite.
Frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Back in the past, when I worked warehousing, that was some of the best times when we didn't have anything to do and I just got to stand there and be pretty. All right, so personally, like to stagger audio in a staircase or voice over sound effects. Yeah, that's normally how I go to. I can't do ambience, whatever. But I think I'll put volume at about 60. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. Sound effects look like to be about 80. Maybe 90. And talking,
This is the story of a man named
I think I'll keep that at 100. All right, that looks pretty good. All right, let's see how that goes. Pretty much what I have to do is just, oh, jeez. I need to lower camera sensitivity. Oh, there we go. That's better. It's still kind of fast, but
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
I don't
Stanley
know.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he
Can
had
I jump
simply
out the
missed
window?
a memo. No matter how
me
hard
just jump
Stanley
out the-
looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
I'm a wagey. Just let me jump out. All right, fine. I'll go be a good boy and go to wherever they want me to go. Wait, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Shatterproof glass. Oh, this must not be Apple Warehouse. Oh, they did it on purpose. 424, 423, 422, 421, 418, 419. They knew what they were doing. We did it. We showed the funny number. Does that mean I'm a perfect streamer? Not even 10 minutes in and direction has been lost. Wait, what was my direction? I already forget. I hate Mondays. True. Who streams on Mondays? Exactly. I can't help it, man. My brain works in mysterious ways. Let me out.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
Oh.
he entered the door on his left.
What did I say? I'm a rebel. No one tells me what to do.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Yeah, that's right.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
That's exactly what I want to do.
Yes,
free coffee.
Truly a room worth admiring.
Cold
it had really
drinks.
been worth the detour after all.
$1.25?
Just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed
Man,
room.
when I was...
Stanley simply stood
I'm gonna
here,
wait for this guy to
drinking
shut up
it all
first.
in.
All right. When I was a kid, you could go to one of these machines, these... What are they? Vending machines? I guess it's a vending machine.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Okay, narrator, shut up. I'm trying to tell a story about my childhood. All right. Now, many eons ago, when I was a wee lad...
At this point,
Okay.
Stanley's obsession with
I guess
this
we're gonna
room
just interrupt
bordered on
me.
creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
No, I'm trying to tell a story. Okay, now, when I was a wee little boy and I would go to one of these bad boys, you could get one for a quarter.
Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue. But when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
All right. For 25 cents a quarter, you could get a drink. 25 cents. You could get 1 quarter would get you 1 drink. This would be 5 drinks back from when I was a kid. But no, inflation had to ruin everything. All right, now that I got that out of my system and repressed anger about how things used to be, who left their mug on the floor? What kind of degenerate? Fuel? Yeah, well, maybe they can fuel the unemployment line.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room.
I did.
And
It was
took
actually
the
pretty
first
great.
open door on his left to get back to business.
No, I didn't. I kept going forward.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's
Do
incredible
not
he
lie if
wasn't
you're
5
lying right
years
now.
ago.
Stop. Oh, I never lie. I only lie when I'm lying. Let's see. Which is never, by the way. Do not jump from the cargo lift while it is in motion. Will cause death. What if I...
Look, Stanley, I think
I
perhaps
wanna
we've
die,
gotten
though.
off on the wrong foot here.
Well,
I'm not your enemy, really.
this is what
I'm
happens
not.
when I'm forced to
I
work
realize
12
that
hours,
investing your
getting
trust in
underpaid.
someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that but in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do,
Thank
Stanley
you.
leapt from the platform and plunged to his death.
It was the only way out.
Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
I'm multi-streaming on YouTube, so I'm allowed to say this. This is what happens when you work in Amazon. That's right. I
All
said
of
it,
his
Twitch.
co-workers were
I said
gone.
it. What are you
could
going
it
to do?
mean? Stanley decided to go
I'm
to
a
the
multi-streamer
meeting room.
now.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
All right. I'm going back.
When
This
Stanley
time I'm
came
not
to a
jumping
set of
off.
2 open doors. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just
Here,
to admire it.
It's a good thing I'm a literal who, because if I had any
This room. But eager to get back to
Any
business,
type
Stanley took the first open door on
following,
his left.
I don't know if Amazon/Twitch would have appreciated that
Stanley
joke.
was so bad at
But it's
following
alright. I have
directions,
literal
it's
Who
incredible
armor.
He wasn't 5 years ago.
And now I can ride this
Look,
thing.
Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not.
Sure you're not.
I realize
That's
that
what they all
investing your
say.
trust in someone else can be difficult, but the
Can I
fact
make
is
that jump?
the story has been about nothing but you all this time. What? Really?
I did make
I
that
was
jump.
in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others?
Pretty
Are
much.
you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
Not
Why,
necessarily.
I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful.
I am
Let
just
me
a
prove
rebel.
it. Let me
No.
prove that I'm on your side.
No.
Give me a chance.
I'm a rebel. I do what I want. I'm a big skeleton. I don't need nobody to tell me how to live my life.
Now listen carefully, this is important.
Oh.
Stanley
I seen the
walked
Matrix.
through the red door.
No. I don't want to be woke or whatever the hell it is. I'm going in the blue door.
Perhaps you misunderstood.
I don't want
Stanley
to
walked
get
through
red
the
pilled.
red door.
No. I won't be red pilled. I'll stay blue pilled.
I still don't think we're communicating properly.
Nope.
Stanley walked through the red door.
No.
All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
Okay, thank you. Finally.
You see? There's nothing here.
Uh-oh.
I haven't even finished building
like my
this section
future.
of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place.
Because you're picking blue
Broken
over
rooms,
red,
exposed
Cosmo would be
developer
proud.
textures. Is
It's
this
just
what you
because he
had
told
wanted?
me
Was it worth ruining
to
the
pick
entire
red.
story I had written out
Essentially, if he had
specifically
told
for
me,
you? Do you not think I put a lot
oh,
of time
you
into
like
that? Because I did.
you like
And in the end, it
Rugadins,
was all
don't
for
you?
nothing, because this is what
Go ahead
you
and play
wanted to
one.
see.
It would make
Help
me go,
here,
no,
Stanley.
no,
Help
I won't,
elucidate these
because that's how
strange and
easily I am to fool.
unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles?
I'm a rebel.
Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback.
Okay.
There we go.
What?
A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
No, I'm going in the left door now.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version.
Okay.
Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
I rated a 1.
I mean, I can understand if you had reservations, you saw ways the game could be improved to more fully express itself mechanically and artistically, but a 1? That's not even helpful. What am I supposed to do with that?
Fine.
But I guess it isn't my place to judge. Here, based on the data from your
Oh,
previous
okay.
playthrough, I've compiled a new version.
Okay.
And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one.
Oh boy,
Let's
I can't
take
wait
a
to
look.
see. All right, I'm looking. Ooh. All right, I'm going back over here.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
Okay.
Hey, I nearly forgot.
1.
I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on.
Oh, boy.
And now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some play testing.
All right.
You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you?
Sure, I'm
Perfect.
great.
Let me boot it up.
I'm great at the video games. Never
In
once.
this game, the baby crawls left
Why you
towards
gotta-
danger. You click the button to move him back to the right.
Why you
And
gotta
if he
use a
reaches the
baby? Do you know the
fire, you
allegations
fail.
made of me
It's
that
a very
apparently
meaningful
I
game.
laugh at children
All about
getting
the
hurt?
desperation and tedium of
Those
endlessly
allegations are never
confronting
going
the
to. I'm
demands
never
of
going to
family
escape
life.
them at this
I
rate.
think the art world
Stanley,
will really
parable
take
game,
notice. But of course,
narrator.
the message of
How you
the
gonna
game
do this
only
to
becomes
me?
clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours.
Uh.
So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective?
I don't
Be
wa-
sure to keep
know
notes
what?
on your experience.
I'm just not gonna bother. No one tells me what to do. Oh my god, it's annoying.
Heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me?
Yeah, a little bit of
Because
column
if
A, a
it's the
little bit of
latter, well,
column
I don't
B.
know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over.
Oh,
Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable.
Yay.
Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game, just to ease the pain?
all right.
Let's see.
I'm ready.
Have here?
Do we got Pokemon?
Yes. This seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Oh boy, can't wait. What is it? Oh,
Aha! Fascinating. What do you think this game
Wyoming?
is about, Stanley? What's our
Ugh.
backstory? What is our motivation?
Not even
Well, it
people from
seems
Wyoming
obvious
want to
to
be
me
in
that you're meant
Wyoming.
to play as a creepy man, spying on innocent civilians
Oh, I'm good
below
at that.
you from up high in your
Better than
great town,
Ohio?
Perhaps for some sort of twisted,
mean-
erotic purpose. Yes, that must be it.
There
What
has
a
to be one
fascinating
good thing
venture
about
into the
Ohio,
experience
right?
of total mental depravity.
No,
So far,
you're
I
right,
love
there isn't.
everything about this game.
All
Stanley.
right, fair.
And it seems
I'll give you
there's
that.
even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
Oh, I want to explore the trees. Can I jump off? No? Can't even jump into the trees? Alright. Oh, of course, I take the wrong path. Leave it to me to be the one to take the wrong path. Story of my life. You're good at that? Yeah, I know.
Oh no. No, it can't be.
What? Wyoming? I'm not following
It is.
signs.
It's an open world game.
going
Good
my
God,
own.
quickly block it off.
Wait, no! I wanted to explore.
Goodness, Stanley, what a close call. You nearly wandered off into that thing, that big open, just wandering around,
Whoa.
no right or wrong directions.
How
no
did I
path
climb
to
that
follow. You
tree?
can just go in any. Oh,
I can climb
thank
trees?
heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of
Wait,
here.
can I
Let's
climb
find
it?
Another game.
No, I want to climb
Preferably
it.
something
Can I
with
climb this
walls.
tree?
Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls. Okay, I think this will be just
No! Aw, I don't think it let me. I was
the thing.
trying.
Wonderful. See, this is exactly what I had in mind. Just a nice big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get
I'm gonna
lost
go
here. Now
score
this
myself in a
is
goal.
game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
I want to go score a goal with me. I'm the ball. Game
Okay,
needs a
so what
sprint button.
exactly do we do here? Let's see.
I want to go
There are
score.
lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley,
Oh, no,
I think it's
not
sports
sports.
ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together. Yes, I think
Let me
surely we
in.
must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
I don't care about the ball. I want to score myself.
Hold on. What are you doing?
Oh, that worked. Oh,
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you.
hey.
How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
Ah! I'm lost and alone and scared. Wait, am I free? Did I abandon the narrator? Am I a free boy? Oh no, I'm lost. You found the back rooms? Ooh, free TV. What's the back rooms? Ooh, 427. Hey, wasn't that my worker number? Oh, I'm hacking. I'm hacking the mainframe. What? No, seriously, we disabled it. We're forgetting any of the other achievements as your first. Oh, apparently I got an achievement by hacking the mainframe. Alright. Well, actually, can I do anything with this window? I can tap on the window. Alright. I'm leaving. Oh, never mind. Apparently I'm just blacking
I wonder
out.
what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice.
A little
and if
bit.
he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon.
Did I quote-unquote beat the game?
I can wait.
Okay. Oh, I'm back at the start.
Stanley had never seen the office this brightly lit. Was it
I guess I'm gonna follow what he wants me to do now.
He hoped very much that it was. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his
left. Look at that. See, I can follow instructions.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Tips for not getting
Feeling a
fired.
wave of
Talk
disbelief,
less.
Stanley
Can't do it.
decided to go up to
Do
his boss's
unbelievably
office,
amazing work
hoping he
all...
might
Wait,
find
I was
an
reading
answer
that.
there.
How to solve a dispute with a coworker. Let it ball up inside you. True. Take it out passive-aggressively. No, just hit them. Oh, never mind. Using slides to ensure the employees are okay. Make sure your slide has a slick blue graphic. Check. This will ensure a calm, productive work environment. Oh, okay. Everyone is unique. You most of all. Wait, did they just call me special? Hooray. Number of slides in this slide. Okay, I'm bored of this. Let's go. Broom closet. Wait, I can open doors? Everyone is a unit. Wait, did I say that? What's in here?
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here.
Stay in
So
there
he
for a
turned
while?
around
Okay,
and got
I'm kicking my
back on
feet
track.
back up and drinking coffee.
There
That's
was
some
nothing
coffee.
here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
Is he judging my love of broom closets? Wait, is that duct tape?
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom
You want to
closet.
know
He
something?
wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact
Every
with,
man
he'd
needs
be
a good roll of
justified in
duct
some
tape.
way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
Oh, that's a nice wrench.
Are you really
Oh,
still in
look,
the broom
there's some more
closet?
duct tape too.
Standing around doing nothing?
Some
Why?
pliers.
Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
A broom. Well, obviously it's a broom closet. A mop bucket.
You do realize there's no choice or anything in
What's
here,
this
right?
hose?
If I'd said Stanley
I guess it's just
walked
rubber
past the
tubing.
broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out.
Ooh,
But it
what's up
didn't even
there in
occur
that
to me
yellow
because
box?
literally, this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever.
What's
I
in
never
there?
would have thought to mention it.
Should we
Maybe to
stare at the
you, this
light?
is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite.
Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid. He
True.
probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is.
Did that sound like
That or
us?
with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs.
I don't know if that was
hookers.
an insult or not.
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now.
That was just mimicking
You're dead.
the narrator's
You got to this
voice.
broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here when a physical malady of
that's
some
funny.
sort shut down your central nervous system.
Wait, a physical
and you collapsed
malady?
on the keyboard.
Oh,
Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing
Not
is to
you, the
alert someone
narrator?
nearby
Uh-huh.
so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. They have fallen prey to any
I mean,
number
I
of
have a
your
skeleton.
countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the
When
long-term
did you find the broom
sustainability
closet
of your
ending?
species.
Ah,
Please
okay.
remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right.
I'm
When
staying.
you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
No. Wait. This game has momentum shifting or whatever the hell you want to call it. If I hold W and let go, I still move forward. Hold, let go. I still slide forward. It's like Mario on ice. But if I spin the camera, my momentum doesn't just keep going in one way. It shifts and goes to the way that I'm pointed. So hold, let go, spin. Hold, let go, spin. And I move the opposite way. I always find movement in games interesting, and I like to mess with the movement in games. Probably why I liked Apex a lot, because the movement in Apex was really, really good. You could do like a lot of unique stuff with it. All right. You stop talking. Am I done with the broom closet? Maybe if I teabag the broom. He got tired of you? Yeah, that happens with a lot of people, to be honest. I don't know if I should stay in here longer or if I should just ski-daddle at this point. I don't know. Wait a second. Oh, it's a cardboard box. What to say? What was that? It's probably done. Oh, okay.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you.
What if I go back in the broom closet, though?
You too? Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids. Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish? Fungus? Look,
Hey,
you
I'm
can
a
hammer
fun
out the
guy.
details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
Okay. I guess he's done now. We'll give it a few seconds. Uh, we'll give it 10 seconds starting now. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. What if I go back in again? Okay, that looks like to be it. All right.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley
Upstairs.
walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Now what? Executive bathroom. Ooh, my computer. Are you the boss? Oh, that's a panda getting shot. Are you the boss?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held
I know
from
the
him?
code.
What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
All right. I'm doing it. Now what? I don't know how I feel about over here. It's kind of scary. I'm gonna go hide in the corner. I don't trust elevators. Not anymore.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar.
We like
It
the
was a
hotel
stirring of
elevator. That's
emotion
the
in
one
his
that gave me
chest,
issues.
As though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead through
Mind
the large
control.
door that read Mind Control Facility.
Surely nothing bad could happen, right? Surely. Ooh, button.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
Ooh.
What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength
Oh no,
to
not
find
cable news. Oh, a little platform formed. Camera. Computer. Boop.
Now the monitors jumped to life.
Actually,
Their
now
true
that I
nature
think about it,
revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a
I think
screen.
I still have
And
that old
Stanley, one of
my
them,
icon
eternally monitored in this place
when I
where
played Stanley
freedom meant
Parable.
nothing.
Back when I used to custom make my's to whatever game I was playing. I think I still have that icon. Let me check. Pretty sure I do. Do. Let's see. I do. Holy crap, I was awful back then. This is horribly, it's not even cropped. What was I doing back then? All right, I guess I can show it real quick. It's not cropped or anything, so it's probably going to be awful looking. Do 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 do. Doop. Doop. Let me see. I gotta pull it up from my old file. Like I said, it's gonna look awful because I didn't crop it, and it's awful looking. Yeah, there it is. That's what I used when I played Stanley Parable for the first time. When I used to customize my with the game I was playing. So that's what I used to do. Every time I played a game, I would take something from the game and insert my into it. That's a relic. Yeah, I made that image like back in 2021 ish, somewhere around there. Back when I used to put some effort into my stream. Man, imagine putting effort into my stream. Crazy. Couldn't be me nowadays. Do 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 do. All right, let's continue. I press the button.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible.
That was
to
when I was
believe it couldn't be
young,
true.
bright-eyed,
Had Stanley really been
had
under
like
someone's control
a
all
vision
this
for the
time?
future,
Was this the only
turned on
reason
my
he was happy with his
stream, being a
boring
happy
job?
young
That his
lad,
emotions had been
and now I just hate
manipulated to
everything in the
accept it
world.
blindly?
Had more hair. All right, you didn't have to go for the jugular, man.
No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was
I
unthinkable.
wasn't going gray
Wasn't
yet.
it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls
Now I'm
labeled
old,
with
cold,
emotions,
and covered in
happy
mold.
or sad or content. Walking, eating, working,
Mind
all of it
control
monitored and
status
commanded from this
offline.
very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Okay, how do I do that? I was just pressing buttons. Oh, maybe in the power facility? Maybe it's in there. This game really needs a sprint button. Oh wait, what's this? Does shift make you run? No, it doesn't. I've been pressing shift this whole time. 5. Oh, I had a hiccup there. I don't know if that came through. System
and when at last
power.
he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
I did it. I saved the day. The Stanley way.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
Was it? Could it be? Possibly.
Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine.
I am winner.
Unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet,
Oh, now you're speaking
even
American.
as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved.
I don't care about
Where
puzzles.
had his
How dare you
co-workers
speak
gone?
such
How had
slurs
he
to
been
me?
freed from the machine's grasp?
Winrar is you,
What
dog.
other
That's an
mysteries
old
did
one.
this strange building hold?
Holy moly, I haven't
As
heard that in a
sunlight
while.
streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives,
What was
it
the
will
other
be
one?
his.
You win the internet for the
And that
day.
was
That was like
all he
another
needed
saying
to
back
know.
then.
It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing.
Oh, this is gonna just become
Stanley
boomer
stepped
quotes.
through the
Oh.
open door.
Free cabin. Let me have the free
Stanley
cabin.
felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation. the immense possibility of the new path before him.
Oh boy.
This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen.
Hooray. Now
And
what?
Stanley
Do I get shot?
was happy.
He said freedom, so America. Oh, okay, never mind. I get happiness, I guess. Complete the Stanley Parable. Beat the game. That's I think the fastest I've ever beaten a game. Alright, now what?
A soft wind blew outside and perhaps rain started. And if it did, it
Hey,
stopped shortly after.
That's not what
Stanley
he used
hoped
to
that he
say.
would one day see weather.
See weather. Window open? Was the window open? There's no window open, unless there's a window I missed. At least, not from what I'm seeing, there's no open window. Not this time? Ah, okay. Can I go in the funny number room? No. Wait, what? Input received? I think last time when it was extra bright, you could use the window? Oh, I didn't know that. I can mess with other people's computers? I didn't know I could do that either. I'm a hacker man. I'm inputting systems into the mainframe. I'm accessing servers. I'm bypassing data points. New content. Ooh, yes, sir.
Oh, new content?
Sure.
What does that mean, new content?
I don't know. You tell me. You're the narrator. What? This isn't new. Wait, it's moving. Oh, where are you taking me? Is this Mr. Bones' Wild Ride? I don't know if I want to go on.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh yeah, no problem.
As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers.
Wait, was it really 2013 when this game came out?
After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the
That's
game
what
for
I'm playing.
consoles
It's
and
that
home
old,
computers.
really? Damn, I'm
The
old.
Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new
that
content
tofu?
that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world
Oh, look
over.
how happy it is.
Please step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh boy, I'm so
Oh, well,
excited.
This sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Oh man, so am I. Ooh, papers. Is this it? Is this the Ultra Deluxe thrilling content? A mop bucket. No, actually. It's probably... Wait, this is a cage. I don't want to be a caged chicken. I want to be a free-range chicken. Oh well.
Okay, so far it's an elevator.
This isn't an
Nothing
elevator, it's a
special yet,
prison.
but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
Is this golf? What is it called? Golf?
Is it broken?
Like green?
What's going on here? Should we be
Like the
moving
fake grass?
somewhere?
AstroTurf,
there we
that's
go.
what it's called.
All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
I'm ready. I'm ready. Let's do it. What are we gonna find? Is it gonna be like treasures?
Initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. Mostly tedious. It's as if Oh, okay. Let's see the
Oh,
content.
boy.
Give me the content, Stanley.
I want the content too. Gimme, gimme. The jump circle.
All right. Let's see. It's the jump circle.
Ooh. I mean, I couldn't jump before, so this is actually pretty cool. What's gonna happen when it hits 0? Is it gonna tell me to get a life? Oh boy! Now what? that it? Just a 0? That's all I can do? Well, maybe there's more jumping in the next room.
Is that
Wait,
it?
what's this caged area?
Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
Yeah, if we keep going forward, there has to be more than just jumping. Maybe there's even hula hooping. Hopscotching?
Goodness. Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just
I don't know.
elevators.
What other games are there?
What passes for exciting
Oh, maybe
new
jump
content?
rope.
If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could counter 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait. There's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see.
Free chair?
I'm ready for whatever it is.
Let me put my derriere in that cherriere. I can't climb it? Fine. I didn't want to sit on that chair anyway. Probably stinks. Thank you for enjoying
That's
the content.
Oh,
The new
you've got to
content.
be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no
True.
reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on
is
this?
that real?
I'm infuriated and I'm offended.
opening
And
the
I
achievements.
intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable.
It is. Test achievement, please
It's my
ignore.
fault, Stanley.
Test
I built up
achievement
too much
description, replace
anticipation
this.
around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about.
Yeah, I could
No
go under it.
frills, no gimmicks.
I wasn't sure if I
Just you and
could.
me having a great time together like always.
Oh, I can
What
even
do you
stand.
say, friend?
Ah! He just kidnapped me. Wait. This isn't the starting area. This is entirely different. What in the what?
Psst. Stanley!
What?
Come over here. In the vent.
What if I don't want
I want
to?
to show you something.
Well, this is entirely new though, so I kind of want to. Alright, let's go in the vent. What does that say? Cough nuts? Oh, coffee nut. I can relate to that.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me
Yep.
thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look.
Ooh, fancy. If they give me a sword and I start being able to like slash demons and orcs,
I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
this definitely looks like a place where I can like cast some spells, get a great sword, chop an orc in half. Ooh, but not this. This house looks lame. I want to go out there and go fight like some bears and fight some orcs and goblins. I don't want to go in a stupid triangle house. No. Why? What? Why is there a brain on a computer? And why does he got huge danglers? Oh, it's his feet.
You
Never
see,
mind.
Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful
The
Stanley Parable was
First
before
Edition.
it was solid with a cheap re-release? Remember back in
Audience
October of
Award.
2013 when the game originally launched?
The
Back
face.
then,
Hey,
video games
it's
had
taped on.
integrity. Back then, it
Don't-
all meant something.
Don't
Oh,
weird
the
chant me.
waste.
Wait a second. Stanley Parable. Buy on Steam. Holy moly, is this old Steam? Wow. Fancy. Wish I could zoom in. The British Academy of Film and Television Arts awarded to Stanley Parable. I think it says The Last of Us story. All right, well, can I go in here? Zone, sweet zone. All right, let's go over here. Anything cool? $1? Gimme. I need it. Fine. Don't give me your $1. Can I click on this? Unachievable. It is impossible to get this achievement. Go outside. Don't play for 5 years. I don't even know what outside is. Wait, what's this? What? Why is he just thrown on the floor and there's some like news lady standing over his corpse? Stanley Parable deals tough choices. Outside is hot. Yeah, and it's bright. What? In loving memory, little Stanley. What is that, a hamster? I've never owned a hamster, but I've heard that they smell like really bad. I don't know how true that is. Oh, great. This VOD isn't going to get muted, and the YouTube VOD isn't going to get DMCA'd, is it?
Like this stunning triumph of games journalism. 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes,
Oh,
and
you
I
see?
quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art.
The first
Stanley
thing you
Parable
did wrong,
strives and then
Stanley Parable, is
succeeds
listen
in
to
every
game
game
journos.
ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim. It was Persona 3. It
I
was
played
all of them.
Skyrim.
And now, it's nothing. It's no games at all.
I've been thinking of
It isn't
playing
even the Stanley
Morrowind,
Parable anymore.
because I've never played
It's just a
Morrowind.
husk now.
I played Oblivion and I played
lifeless
Skyrim,
husk
but I've never played
with an
Morrowind.
hour of new elevator content.
But apparently you have to like download like a fix in order for Morrowind to run. And I'm lazy, but I've been thinking about playing Morrowind. Mod DB 2012 Interaction Award, Design Museum, Design of the Year. Oh, you're only a nominee? What a loser. If you're not first, you're last. IGF, honorable mention. And Big Sushi. Morrowind is easy to get lost in, and you have to read to figure out where to go. Okay, so in other words, don't play it. Gotcha. Oh, downstairs and then upstairs. I'm going down. I can't go in the memory zone maintenance. I know I enjoyed Oblivion in the past. I put in, because originally I played Oblivion on the Xbox 360, because I didn't get like a somewhat decent running like PC until like 2011ish. So I played Oblivion on the Xbox 360, and I'm not even kidding. I had easily over 1,000 hours in Oblivion. Skyrim, I only had like, I don't know, like 600 hours in. But Oblivion, I had like easily about, I want to say 1,000 to probably like 1,600 hours, somewhere in between there. I played it a ton. And I know they did the remaster of Oblivion, but I don't care about that. I played the original. That's good enough for me. But I never played
Here's
Morrowind.
another moving passage, this time from
Source.
GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in
Carpet
games,
textures.
and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect.
I think
It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time
I'll wait for
collecting
the
dust in the
narrator.
hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
Okay. I didn't play Morrowind on the original Xbox. I got the original Xbox for literally 2 games. Halo, the first one, and Fable. I think those are literally the only 2 games I own on the original Xbox. Preparing snake oil salesman. I can't read that last word. It's too fused with the bike. But yeah, I got it for Fable and the original Halo, and I played the frick out of both of them. I was a huge fan of Fable 1. Fable 2 was pretty good too. Fable 3 was kind of trash. But I made a frick ton of money in Fable 3 though, because you could cheat the system by save scumming. Where am I supposed to go now? Everything's locked and blocked off. Oh, maybe now I can go in the maintenance room.
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back to have
Aha.
it all over again.
Okay. Can I go in here at all before I go into the maintenance room now? Okay. Into the maintenance room. Ho!
Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here?
Oh, well, that's the buzzing. It's gonna make me rage again. 25 cents. A quarter. That's all it used to be when I was a kid. A quarter.
Oh no. Oh God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor.
What's wrong with Steam
I haven't
reviews?
looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Steam reviews aren't that bad. The only way Steam reviews are bad is when people try to be funny. It's like, herder, I played this game for a little bit with like 2,000 hours clocked in. Like, aren't I funny? Those are the only Steam reviews that are kind of annoying.
Honestly, I could not
that
be bothered
one.
to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny,
True.
with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny.
Ow!
I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable.
All right,
but the game is
let
already
me-
such a
let me hear your
densely
best
layered
joke.
web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
What? Well, let me hear your funny gags, Mr. Narrator. I want to hear your jokes. I want a good guffaw. But yeah. That's my only issue with Steam reviews. Okay, no, I take that back. My issue with Steam reviews is one, the ones trying to be funny, they are just stupid, and the other ones that are just like, this game's too difficult, I don't get it. And it's just like, well, figure it out. What do you mean? Like, I didn't know where to go. I got lost. Like, oh, okay, you need green or yellow paint splattered everywhere so you know which way to go. And just bashing your head into the wall to figure it out, or look up a guide if you care that much. Don't rate something bad just because you're dumb and couldn't find out where to go. Those are the 2 Steam reviews that I can think of off the top of my head that irk me beyond belief. But again, what do I know? I'm just an angry old man. Oh, here's another angry
Okay,
review.
let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell
I'm
me if
preachy.
I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did. But maybe it wasn't. Oh dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record.
Is he about to become depressed?
Like a failure.
Oh, well, I guess that answered that
I
question.
let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
Oh no, the narrator's getting depressed. Due to negative Steam reviews. I can't believe they've done this. Alright. Well, at least we can go... Oh, here's another negative review. Alright, maybe this one won't be so bad. Maybe it'll be like, this game was fun, but it just wasn't my cup of tea. I do not like having multiple decisions and pathways in my game. I like to just go from point A to point B. But it was fun overall. Maybe that'll be this review.
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button.
Okay, that's kind of true.
A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
Hooray! I love skipping.
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered. No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No. The Stanley Parable is a game for the people. And if the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to
What
get.
if I don't press it? Will he just keep talking?
To shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up. Here, we'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable
What if I don't
monologue,
want to skip
and it
them?
goes something like this. The story and the choices, or what have you, and therefore by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once. So now you see, blah 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet. No, until 245.
Makes sense.
The logic of elimination working backwards, the deduction therefore becomes impossible to manufacture.
Oh, I
It
see.
went on for nearly 10,000 years. Until just yesterday.
My
Here and
goodness.
there, forward and back, and never a moment before lunchtime.
Oh.
It can't be. It's the only thing there is. How many billions left until so much more than forever ago?
I don't
Which is
know.
why I say... the story and the choices, or what have
Oh,
you, and
does it just
therefore
repeat?
by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably we all until
There's
the
no way it
end
just
of
repeats,
time,
right?
At which time everything all at once. So
I guess
now
I'll
you
let it go
see,
through its
blah,
cycle
blah,
again
blah,
to see if it
blah, blah,
repeats
blah,
again.
blah,
If it
blah,
repeats
blah,
again, then
blah,
I'll press the
blah, blah. We've
button.
eaten too much
But I
and it
want to
can't
see
be
what happens
just
if I
yet.
just let it go.
Until
There's no way it just goes
245.
forever, right?
But the logic of elimination working backwards, the
Right.
deduction
Who wants to
therefore
sit
becomes
here and just
impossible
find
to
out?
manufacture. It went on for nearly 10,000 years, until just...
I accidentally clicked.
Oh, you're back, you see. You were
didn't
only
mean to
frozen in
click.
time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to
was
deliver
an
a long,
accident.
rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal
Oh, well.
flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more
You're
profound such
terrible.
ruminations.
Yeah.
Not that, of course, you need a description of it, but if
Okay,
I
he needs to shut up.
Well, there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at you. Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes?
Bye.
Stanley! Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours.
No,
You've just been
I'm
frozen
going.
there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're...
I'm going.
Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks.
I'm going into the future.
Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time.
How much time?
I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever
A
sat
year?
down in one place and not moved for one entire year?
Let's go even longer. Thank you, Nays. The narrator? Hello? Mr. Narrator? Hello? Oh, the tree died. I just noticed. Everything else looks the same. Oh, the clock fell and apparently beeps. Oh, they're so loud and annoying. Ah, stop it. I hate it. Get me out of here.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned. They
Right
screamed.
here.
They gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs-down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much. They
All
said,
right.
first, he didn't...
Jeez. I wonder how far in the future I am now. He said it was a year. He just randomly came back and just started complaining. Then I skipped him again.
The end is never the end, is never the
Oh,
end.
we
is
broke
never
him.
the end,
He's
is
broken.
Never the end is never the end, 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 is never the end.
Okay, he got mine broken. Let's leave. I bet you it's only been like 2 minutes and he's just claiming it's been like 10 years. Oh, a meteor crashed? No, the ladder fell. I guess the building probably just decayed, huh? Well, someone threw a tungsten cube. Oh, it's so bright. Oh, this is why I don't go outside. Oh, look at that. Oh, it's awful. Oh, it hurts. Oh, my eyes. Put me back in the dark. Oh. Greenery. Is that a shrubbery? What happened to the greenery? Now it's just doo-doo. Step ladder's still over here. Now it's haunted. Great. Get me out of here. What? Am I flying? Oh. It's a wasteland. Is the button broken? It's not buttoning. The button isn't buttoning. Well, I guess I go out and explore the nothingness. Oh god, they forced me to go outside anyway. I knew it was awful. Why did I do it? Well, at least we get to explore the wasteland. I'm about to get eaten by a sandworm, aren't I? What? That's it? I just went into nowhereness? Ooh. All right. Well, that's
All of
apparently a
his
thing.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Oh, look at that. I'm slowly filling up the computer. I didn't realize that the first couple times. It seems I can just slowly
No
input
matter how
stuff on the
hard
computer.
Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
All right, let's continue our journey. Hey, wasn't that the new content room? It is. Oh. Do we care about the new content room? I think we pretty much did everything in there, right? I guess we can go back to the old content.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
New content? Well, I left it. I think I'm going to go this way, but I'm going to break off where they want me to go to my boss's office. I could go into that, like, super cool toilet.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his
maybe I'll go
staircase.
down.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
No, I didn't. I went downstairs. What's that paper? I can't tell. Too small.
But Stanley just couldn't do it.
Yeah, I'm going
He considered
home.
the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All
Sometimes
because he believed everyone had vanished?
you just got to
His
do what
boss
you got to
would think he
do.
was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy.
Oh,
All
that
of
goes
my
without saying.
co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
Oh my
Why
god.
did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went?
Oh my god, he's
And
right.
for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply
Uh-huh.
repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he
Damn.
came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream.
Man.
Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an
But
explanation.
it's not a
His
dream. It's
co-workers
real.
weren't actually gone.
This
He
is real
wasn't going
life.
to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all.
Oh, I'm crazy,
He
all
thought to
right.
himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Ah,
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled
fancy.
that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then
Drugs.
perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange.
schizophrenia?
I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if
All
he's
right,
asleep,
I don't think I
he
can
doesn't
cheat
have
the
to take
system.
responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life.
yeah, I told you I was awake.
Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up.
No, stay away.
He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back,
No.
the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself.
Nope.
I'm through with this
I was
dream.
fine going
I
through
wish
my,
it to
my
be over.
doorways.
Let me go back to my job.
No.
Let me continue pushing the buttons.
I don't want to be George
Please.
Jetson.
It's all I want. I want my apartment and my wife and my job.
Now you can keep them.
All I want
all of
is
them.
my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine.
It sounds like cope.
I am okay.
Copium. Oh. I was walking into a wall.
Stanley began screaming.
Please,
someone wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I?
I'm
And
Batman.
everything went black.
No. Well, this guy
is
stopped
the
making me
story of
lose
a woman
consciousness.
named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day,
This is,
her walk was interrupted by the body
the
of
picture
a man
that I was talking
who
about
had stumbled
earlier.
through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance,
Just step on him.
for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I
That's
am
nice.
sane. I am in control of my mind.
You know, if you have to say that
I know
you
what is
are
real
sane,
and what isn't.
probably means you're
It
not.
was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But
That's
then she
nice.
remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Yeah, that's usually what happens when women come into contact with me. True. Oh, we're back.
Already this was uncomfortable, and Stanley decided that as soon as he found a new space he felt safe in, that he would never leave it again in his life.
The end is never the end is never the... That's what that guy was saying. I'm gonna push more buttons. Where is it? No, it didn't have a little bar to fill this time. New content. All right, maybe.
Oh, good. You noticed my sign. Yes, I have something very
so
exciting
there is
to show
new
you.
content. I didn't realize that. I thought it was just showing me the way, but I didn't see the new. Now we're in the new zone. Right, I'm ready. Oh, I'm so excited. Look at me jump for joy. If there's more jumping circle, I'm just going to ignore
you see,
it.
Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley parable and
Okay.
about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be.
Makes
the original
sense.
Stanley parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is
what's
why
further than
I'm
ultra
very proud
deluxe?
to announce for the first time ever the Stanley Parable 2.
Oh. The end is never the
Yes,
end
you see,
again.
isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go
Testing
in
two
so many
printers at the
different
same
directions.
time.
This is what fans have truly been asking for.
Is it? New mug. Alright. Investor showcase.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just
Taste
so
the
much catchier
sequel.
than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and
twos.
innovation and
Sticky
long-term
notes.
franchising potential.
Photos. All right. Why is this roped off? Let me in. All right. What's over here? They're back. 2 doors. 2 doors up. New content is out. New content part 2 is in. Old and busted. New hotness. Cool red section of the chart. Boring section of the chart. Eee, that's boring. Paradigm shift synergy. Brick and mortar approach. Envelop client-centric marketing. The color red. Leverage holistic value. 1 to 2. More TSP. Better TSP. Win. Win. 1, 2. 2. Sequential mind share. Wow. Stanley Parable 2. Oh, look at all of the logos. Thanks for attending my meeting. I never get to hack the mainframe. Ooh, okay.
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing
2
for it.
eyes, 2
I figure
ears,
that if I can loosely organize a handful of
2
interesting
nostrils,
concepts,
2
that
arms, 2
surely the
legs,
game will sort of
question mark?
naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much
Who
more
took
of
the
a
red
fuzzy
marker?
magic
Me.
than anything scientific or logical, really.
Meeting plan. At 9 o'clock, scrum. 10 o'clock, design pitch. 11:30, break. 11:35, pitch design. 12:02, number 2 chat. They only get a 5-minute break? That's true corpo efficiency right there. Sequels are good. Portal 2, Half-Life 2. Alright, Portal 2, great game. Half-Life 2, I only played a little bit of it. I never played through the entire game, but from the little bit I did play, it was pretty good. Batman Arkham Asylum 2, City. Yep, I played that before. Pretty good. Divinity Original Sin 2, I've never played it, but I want to. Doom 2, I don't think I've ever played Doom 2. I played Doom, the original. And I played obviously like 2016 and Eternal. Aladdin 2 Return of the of Jafar, that was trash. That was straight to VHS. Aladdin 2 being good as a lie, exactly. Aladdin 2 was garbage. They had Homer as Genie instead of Robin Williams. It was Homer Simpson. And Dark Souls 2 I've never played, but I would like to at some point. I would like to play Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3. Stanley Parable 2. 2. What's this? Oh, just some more 2s. Meeting at 2 p.m. Sincerely, management. What? You are the sequel. I am? This way to the show floor. Oh, they got the red carpet out and everything. New features. Da, da, da. Stunning poses in front of the, whatever you call it, the sign. Free stool?
Here we are. Go on.
Oh.
Try out some of the new features.
Okay. The button that says the name of the player that is playing the game. Okay, sure, let's do
For
it.
the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course,
small.
the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually
Just right.
recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
Alright, sure, let's do it. My name isn't
I should
Jim.
have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim
I don't want to
really
be Jim.
simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it.
I don't want to.
Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind,
Ooh.
forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim.
Okay.
I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim.
Got it.
Sleeping and waking as Jim.
Okay.
Falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim.
Okay.
Seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim.
I am
and as
Jim.
watching your dreams crumble into dust.
I am Jim.
Do you feel it deeply? Are
Okay.
you really, truly Jim
I'm
right
envisioning
now?
it. I'm
If so,
envisioning.
then please step forward and press the button.
Okay. My name isn't Jim. I'm leaving. Stupid game. Stupid button. Wait, I can't leave? They're forcing me to be Jim? I don't want to be Jim. Let me out. I don't want it. I don't want to be Jim. Let me out. I'll jump through. You have no choice. I'll do it, but let it be known that this is against my will. I did not consent to be Jim.
Jim.
Yes, you see? What a thrill, what a rush. That was you. The button described you. Do it again, do it again.
No, I did it once. That's more than enough. I'm leaving. The door's still closed.
Jim.
Ooh, it hits even harder the second time. If this were the
I
only
hate the
new
Jim
feature in the
button.
Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money. Let's take a break from the Jim button. I'm too emotionally drained from
Good,
all of
let
this
me outta
personal
here.
validation.
I hate the stupid Jim button. I'm leaving. I'm never coming back.
I suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable 2.
Why-
That would actually save me
why
the
is
work of
this
finishing
too-
this feature.
Why is that too different from all the other twos? Jump circle and infinite hole. New plus easy achievement. Oh boy, I want free easy achievements.
Now here's something
Wait,
special.
you saw the baby.
You remember that
Wait,
broken
where?
test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing. Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's as simple as that. What else? What other
In the
exhibits have we
small
seen yet?
gallery. Where was it? Oh, the baby's all grown up. He's a corpo baby now. And he's headed toward bankruptcy. Wow. Alright, let's go and get our free achievement now. Infinite hole. It won't end. Pull the lever, receive your achievement. It just works. Okay, I'm ready. Where's my free achievement? The test achievement.
Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right
What?
now, the achievement is still fully broken.
No.
I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee
lied
it
to
will
me.
be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
Lies. Lies and deceit. Give me my free achievement. I was promised. Alright, I hate this room. I'm leaving. They lied to me. Everything here is a lie. What else is there? This thing is turning around. This wasn't... it was facing the opposite way. Ooh, what's in here?
Collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
What's with these weirdos? Oh, I did it! 1 out of 6. Okay, well, that was a thing.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
Oh. So, alright, where's the jump circle? Okay, I am here, and if I want to do the jump circle, I have to go to N. Okay, so that means it should be right here. Jump in the jump circle.
What? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. It's a... Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle. Oh, well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece.
No, I can't jump anymore. I used up all my jumps. What? Is that going to be DLC? Am I going to have to pay $10 just to get an extra 2 jumps? Oh, good thing this isn't a mobile game. Alright, what else do we got? Jumps are a limited resource. That makes sense. The button that says the name of... Oh, God, there's the gym button. Z is merch. Okay, so that would be over here. Let's go look at the merch. The reassurance bucket. Can I... Oh, I can't actually do anything with the merch. I was hoping I could throw it on the floor and step on it. Okay, well, let's go... Oh, wait, what's over here? That's the bucket. Office decorations and infinite hole. That QR code works? Oh, does it? What does it even do? On the merch stall? There's a bucket thing in here.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was
Links to
confusing
video?
and paradoxical,
Okay.
that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I am happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try.
Oh boy. This is actually something I want.
Can you feel it? The
Not
glow
really.
of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well?
Ooh,
I think
it gives
that
me
just
plus...
holding it has made you the slightest
What, like
bit
plus
more
2 to my
attractive as a
charisma?
person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
I mean, I got a free bucket. Worth. Alright, I'm leaving. Thanks for the bucket. Now I'm gonna go jump in the infinite hole.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a vid? Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration. like balloons, but I'm undecided
Happy
on
12th
Get Well
birthday,
Someday and
Stepnies?
Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
Obviously, happy 12th birthday, Stepnies.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Get Well Someday it
What?
is.
That's not what I picked. I got cheated. Why even ask? Rude. I'm going to the infinite hole now.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
Opinion denied. What else is new? Alright, what else do we got over here? Settings World Champion? What's that about? Wait, is that where I just... Was that? Let's see. Yeah, it's supposed to be right where the office decorations was. But I didn't see anything right there. Unless it's up above. Is there a way to go up above? It's supposed to be like here or here. Because there's that other area. Unless, like I said, it's up above. Is there a way to go up above? I don't see it. Oh well, on to the next one. What else do we got? We already got the reassurance bucket. Office decorations we did. Epilogue. Epilogue. Oh, that's that little corner over there where we just went through everything. Where we saw grown up business baby. Oh wait. Well, this is the exit. I don't want to exit. Not yet at least. Epilogue is last. Oh, okay. A9 for collectibles. Oh, right. That's the little doll thing. K for infinite hole. Okay, well, we can go to the infinite hole then. I haven't done that yet. And then after the infinite hole, I think that's everything. We can go to the epilogue. Oh, up here is the area I was thinking of. Oh, unless the jump circle was that thing. Wait, what's up here? Settings World Champion. Okay, so that was the Settings World Champion thing, but apparently I can't access it, so we're going to the infinite hole. Okay. Interesting. It just keeps going. Infinite hole chart. Hole entrance infinity. Oh boy,
Stanley,
I can't wait.
Here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is in fact a hole that you can fall down
Infinite
forever.
hole.
That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
Technically, Portal already did it. If you made a portal on the roof and then below you, you could do infinite falling. Well, goodbye, cruel world.
You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then,
How
since you've
infinite?
gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
But what if I don't want to press the teleport button?
Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
But what if I just want to keep falling?
Okay, Stanley, I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole. Is it a very, very deep
I
hole?
knew it.
To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is.
Don't
Is
leave?
it infinite?
That's alright.
Well, that
I wasn't
sort of
gonna.
depends on your definition of infinity.
Oh,
From one
is
perspective,
that the floor?
infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a... Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole. You found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so
I was
clever.
about to call him a liar.
Look, I think the issue
And
here
a
is
faker.
just that you're unusually fascinated by falling.
Kinda.
What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely? I figured the hole was as deep as anyone would
Just the
actually
two
need.
of us,
Don't
we
you
can
put
make
this
it if
on
we
me.
try, just
Maybe
two
you're
of
the
us.
problem.
Just the two of us building castles in the sky, just the two of us,
Things
you and
got a
I.
little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't
Every
we
pause
just put
button
all
is a
this
Roman
behind
numeral
us and
2.
agree to just call the whole mostly infinite?
New
If that
mode.
works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready.
What if I stay down here though? Will anything else happen? Or is this just cool dude city? Alright, I'll give it like 10 seconds. See if anything happens. And if nothing happens, I'll teleport. At least I still have my bucket. My bucket will keep me safe. Alright, I don't think anything's gonna happen. It's been about 10 seconds.
Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
What if I go back in the hole though?
Oh, for heaven. You see, I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much. Not normal. A normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there. Goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of... Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time?
Yeah, it did.
I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above.
Am I going to destroy his infinite hole if I just keep jumping in it? And is it going to just keep getting shorter and shorter? Is that what's going to happen? Am I destroying the narrator's hopes and dream of his infinite hole? Well...
Had enough? I'm positively thrilled. I really do have so much more to show you and to talk about, and I've had enough of the hole for a lifetime.
I haven't.
Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where... Wow. Okay. Yes. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability and marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length.
It's going to essentially just become
let's try
a
something.
no hole at all, isn't
Let's
it?
pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter.
Oh, see, now he wants to test it. I was the one doing a science here and trying to see what would happen if I kept going in the hole, and he would mock me and ridicule me. But now he wants to
There it
join in
is.
on the science.
Shame of my lie has come to haunt me. Not only is the hole not infinite,
Well.
but it's barely even a hole at this point. It's more of a concavity, or even a very aggressive divot. How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to
Yay.
judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on.
Oh, I can't actually leave. I have to teleport out. Where there's a hole, there's a way. True. Hey, I can't teleport.
Is the, teleport button not working?
No, I'm
You
stuck.
sure?
Help.
Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. It was working just a moment ago. Try it again.
It's
Still nothing? Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley. You couldn't bear
No.
to be away from the
No.
hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone. You get to be with the hole, I get to do literally anything else.
Let me out.
Take care, Stanley. I hope you and the hole have a wonderful rest of eternity together.
Well, at least I still got my bucket. They might stick me in a hole, but I still got my bucket. And I can run in circles with my bucket. So if anything, I think I'm the real winner here. Oh. Wait. Is that like a row of chairs? Wait. Is the hole getting deeper? It is. Oh. Okay. I didn't know this was an elevator. Where is it taking me? I don't know how I feel about this. Where am I going? At least I got you, Mr. Bucket. Press F to change your perspective. Oh. Wait, why is my bucket on the floor? All these dramatic poses. G to change your perception. I don't even know what's going on anymore. Is it just changing the music? H to change my reality? Oh. Ooh, skeletons. I like this one. J to change yourself. This is speaking backwards. I wonder what it's actually saying. I don't speak backwards. I'm right here? You can find a way? No. Change myself. Wait, am I a robot? I'm a robot. Subliminal messaging. Oh, my favorite. Wait, what happened to me now? Oh, I'm upside down. Oh, I just get feet pics for free? Oh, hi.
Stanley? Stanley!
Oh,
Stanley!
I'm so muscular.
Oh, good, you're awake. It
Aww.
seems you had sort of dozed off there, drifting away into dreamland. But we can't have that, Stanley, because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment. So
right.
How about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the hole? From the looks of things,
This guy really
you
wants
and
me to
I will
look at
have
his
many,
hole.
many years here in this hole, and I'm looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodle pip.
Doodle pip. Alright, well, I mean, I can always play in this hole. I can do 6 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 9. Oh. Oh. Wait.
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
So does that mean the whole reset? Or is it still that just a little dip? Wait. Infinite hole. Mostly. Fine, it ended. I gotta know. What happened to the hole? No, he locked it. How deep can we dig? Man. Well, I guess all that's left now is to go to the epilogue. We've done everything else that we can do. Alright. And epilogue, epilogue, epilogue. It is upstairs, right? Looks like it. Let's go to the epilogue and see what that's all about.
All right. Have you seen everything you wanted to?
Yep.
Ready to move on now?
Uh-huh. Well, who the heck is that? Wait, is that me? Me? Is this the epilogue? I guess it is. Oh, well, I guess it is. All right.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I
no.
know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment.
Okay.
I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience.
All right, I'm ready.
Okay. Are you ready?
Do I
Here
get
it
to rate
is.
it? I want to
give
rate it
you
a 1.
The Stanley Parable 2.
Oh,
Well, I mean, there's potential here, right? It's
Nope.
sort of...
This is awful.
Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement.
okay.
Okay, yes. Yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2.
Wait, this is the same as the other one, just more
Who
jumbled.
am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video
Oh,
game at all.
nice
It's a
bucket.
lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic
There's
of the
two holes now.
first
Oh, you're
game.
right, there
I wanted
was.
fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original.
Okay.
Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course.
Of course.
With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work?
No.
I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up.
Is it going to be perhaps
All right,
Ultra
perfect.
Deluxe?
Go ahead. Take a look.
I'm looking. Oh. I can even go into the settings. Wow. They carried my settings over from the first game.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building.
Hey, those are
where
the balloons.
He was employee number 427. Employee
I still
number
wanted the happy
427's
12th birthday.
job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order.
Press escape.
This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished
I wonder if I would have
every
pressed the
moment
buttons that it
orders
showed
came
there, if that
in,
would have did
as
anything.
though he had been made
I was afraid to skip the
exactly for this
cutscene.
job. And Stanley was happy.
No, I am not. I'm angry.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget.
What?
He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he
Ooh.
realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi.
That's all right.
Never
That's
in
fine
all
with me.
his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation.
There's nothing
Something
worse
was
than
very
water
clearly
cooler talk.
wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office. All of his co-workers were gone.
The other
What could
balloons
it
would have been
mean?
better. 100%.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Is it going to give me another little power-up bar? No. At least can I pop the balloons?
Stanley went around touching every little thing, and Stanley picked
The
up
bucket.
the bucket.
I just realized it was sitting there as I was trying to bust the balloons. Alright, I got the bucket. Everything is fine now. So that means there's going to be the infinite hole and stuff too, right? Or the not so infinite hole?
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Alright, sure. Let's do it.
Still no one
Where's
was
the
here.
infinite hole?
Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever.
Thank you,
Perhaps his
bucket.
boss's office was where he'd find answers.
What about the broom closet?
Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket.
No.
You can feel that, can't you?
No.
The aura of jealousy.
My
it's as
bucket.
clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket.
No.
I can really feel it now.
I'll fight
It's
for
a
the bucket.
It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is
Screw
trying to
the
say
broom
here.
closet.
It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies.
Mm-mm.
Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in.
I won't.
Don't hand over the bucket.
This is my
I
bucket.
know how hard it must be.
I
Given
fought
the
for this
pressure that
bucket.
the broom closet is putting on your shoulders right now, but you have to be strong.
I will.
This is your bucket.
I will.
This is your companion and lifelong friend.
I'll never let him go.
Can't hand it over. Oh no. We're getting into name calling now, it seems. Is this how low the broom
That's fine, I'm
closet has
used to
sunk
that.
that it has to resort to this stream of petty insults simply in order to get you to hand over the bucket? Stanley,
won't.
I never liked this broom closet for a variety of reasons, but even this is worse than I had imagined. And wait, now the broom closet has the gall to imply that you and the bucket are not truly deep and lasting
How
friends.
dare you?
That your relationship is purely superficial and convenient? That your life is so banal and meaningless
Okay, that one's
you
true.
feel the same sort of kinship towards any inanimate object
How
which happened to
dare
lay in
you,
your
good
path
sir.
in an even partially enticing manner? Well, I never. Go on, Stanley.
I am
Lay
not.
into it.
I'm not a
Really
multiple
tell the broom
bucket kind of
closet off for
guy.
its demeaning comments.
I'm a one bucket kind
Expand
of
on
guy.
the wide variety of experiences you and the bucket have shared together.
Okay.
Go through each of them point by point.
All right.
Share your journal entries detailing the rich emotional landscape of your feelings for the bucket.
Me and
as
the
they have
bucket,
changed
we
and
met,
evolved
and
over
he
the
calmed
years.
me down, and I
Then
carried him
married.
around, and then we fell into an infinite hole together, and we fell through it multiple times, and then we went into a weird, drugged-up psychosis trip with the bucket.
Okay, I've got you something which I think will help settle this debate once and for all. Here we go.
All right. Property of
There.
Stanley.
Now it's
That's
settled.
right. That's
No
my
more debate,
bucket.
no more discussion. Take a hike, broom closet, with all your meandering philosophical diatribes about the nature of cleaning supplies and their relationship to broom closets in the natural order of things.
That's right. This is my bucket. This is my poop bucket. Eh.
All right, I've got a second sticker back here, and I'm going to slap it on as well because I think it's appropriate. You see?
Exactly.
I feel that it works because the sticker is also a bucket.
Oh, it's double bucket.
That way, if you're ever unsure whether
So
the
it's a
thing
chamber
you're
pot
holding
now?
is a bucket or not,
It's a
you can look
multi-purpose
down at this
tool.
sticker and say to yourself,
Sometimes it carries
it's a
water for
bucket.
me. Sometimes
really
it
is a
helps
wide
with my
variety of
emotional
applications
distress.
for this
Other times
sticker.
it's a poop bucket. It's a multifaceted tool. And it's also my friend.
You know what? I could take the name-calling and the dismissal of your kinship with the bucket, but now the broom closet is just giving us the silent treatment. And to be honest, I'm sick of the pettiness on display. You can stay here all you like, but I've had it with this impetulant room of cleaning supplies. Easily the most childish such room I've ever been in. I'll see you outside.
All
and we
right.
can get on with the story about you and your bucket.
Thank you. But first, I'm gonna have a stare down with this broom. And be like, yeah, this is my bucket, huh? You jealous of my bucket? Loser? You just stay in your corner and you watch. As I enjoy my bucket. Alright. What if I go back in?
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Alrighty. Come on, Bucket. Me and you are going to beat the game. But first, we're going to go look at the toilet. Ooh, another
You found one of
collectible.
them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy that sort of
boy.
happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I
You're right.
implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
I will. Alright. Because the boss knows that what the boss says goes, if the bosses suffered losses, then that's what the boss chose. Wow. Beautiful poetry. My favorite type of poetry is toilet poetry. So what's the point? Oh, I guess I got that Stanley figurine, so I guess I can go to my boss now. Is the panda still being shot? No? I can't go in there now? Wait a sec. It's another one of the things! I only have like 2 more.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
I remember
Crushed
the
by the
code.
weight of this
It was
revelation,
2,
Stanley
8,
may have broken
4,
down
5.
into an emotional
Oop.
dumpster fire, if not for the soothing presence of the bucket.
2,
Even now, in his darkest of
5.
hours, did the bucket's warmth, but Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him?
Yes, it is my
Yes,
best friend.
This is certainly the most logical explanation.
The bucket knows all. It can also double as a hat. Another one!
Another miniature Stanley figurine. This, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini stands?
Nah.
Stanley figs. Or what about
Stanlerines.
Stanlerines? Yes.
I kind of like
that.
Stanlerines.
Another Stanlerine under your belt.
Gotta catch 'em all. Alrighty. Let's continue. Me and Bucket against the world. Saving the day. All the way.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
I'm glad someone is.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
I kind of want to escape, but I also kind of want to just beat the game normally with the bucket. I'm doing it. I got my bucket. As long as I got my bucket with me, I can continue going forward.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
Do, 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 do.
The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock.
What?
Everyone
I would never
in the
drop my
office was
bucket.
being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst
It's
into
okay,
tears
Bucket.
as
Oh.
Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything
Everything's
would be fine.
fine. Everything's gonna be fine. Alright. Bonk. I missed.
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well?
It can't
Had
be.
the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place?
The bucket
These
would never
questions
betray
raced
me.
furiously in Stanley's feeble mind.
Alright, let's
No!
go.
He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control. Never!
Never.
He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world.
Thank you,
At
bucket.
this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket.
Oh, here we go.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good. Two best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world. They high-fived
What
in a really
happens?
cool way, and the bucket made a
high
sassy comment
five.
about taking down the system.
Let's take down the system, man. Alright, so I found 1 and 2. Here's 3. Now where's 4? 5 is over there. Maybe 4 is up here. Or maybe that's 5. Where is 4? Oh, I bet you it's like under this bridge or something. No? Did I just miss it somewhere? Do another once over. Okay, there's 1. There's 2. Over there is 3. So where is 4? I don't see a 4. There has to be a 4, right? Unless maybe it's hidden under the desks somewhere. Oh, it could be hidden over here, actually. This looks like it'd be the perfect spot for it to be hidden, but it's not. Do those buttons even do anything? Is it just all for show? So many questions. Wait. Oh no, wait. I think that is a 4 up there. But I can't get up there, it's blocked off. So I guess I gotta just do this normally. What's this? Oh, it's disabled. I guess that's actually something I could do if I was playing this normally, but since I'm playing Bucket Edition, I can't. So I just have to do it as is. Alright, Bucket, let's go turn off the mind control and save the day.
When at last they came to the source of the room's power, Stanley and the bucket knew it was their obligation to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
We did it, Bucket. Bucket Chan.
Stanley and the bucket waited in blackness. Was it over?
Of course.
Yes, they had done it.
Now I
Stanley
can
and the
live
bucket had
out
defeated
in
their
freedom
greatest and
with my
darkest
bucket.
enemy, freed themselves from the tyrannical grip of the evil mind control machine. Freedom was now mere moments away. Excitedly, the two of them began to discuss the kind of life they wanted to live once they stepped through this massive door. The bucket wanted to learn to roller skate.
You don't have
Stanley
feet.
wanted to sneeze in every country on Earth.
What?
Both of them
Why?
wanted to begin watching a movie, any movie, but
I hate
then
movies.
stop it halfway through and begin watching it in reverse from the end.
You know
True,
what?
it was
Sure.
a simple life they envisioned, but it was one they'd lived together, with one another to
me
lean on,
out.
to trust, to support, and to... What? Wait. What was happening?
What?
Why had the door stopped? Was Stanley and the bucket not about to be freed?
Freedom!
An unbearable silence filled the room, lingering in uncertainty, until finally the truth hit Stanley square in the face. This building did not want the bucket to leave.
What?
Even the facility itself recognized the incredible calming presence of the bucket, needed the soothing warmth of the bucket, would go to any lengths not to part with the bucket.
No!
No. Stanley can't leave this place. Not while he has such a precious bucket in his arms. Not while this building has anything to say about it.
They won't
Stanley
let me leave
realized
with my
he would
bucket.
never again leave this very room. But at least he has the bucket. To be trapped eternally in darkness isn't really so bad, Stanley thought to himself. As long as I have my bucket with me, right? I'll be okay, won't I? Stanley gulped. Very soon now.
They're
he
gonna
was
try to
about to
steal
find
my
out.
bucket? Hey! They took my bucket! I was robbed! Oh, bucket!
Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over him.
It was close. I thought they were gonna take my
Stanley
bucket.
clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Okay, so does that mean I repeat what I did? Or am I supposed to take a new path now? I don't know. Give me. Oh. A large room, lots of boxes, stairs, something to do with stairs, somewhere both red and blue. Oh, okay, so I think I can take different paths now.
Stanley, we must move on from this broom closet, simply because I have no remaining stickers.
Sure you
if
do.
I did, you can guarantee we'd be in here for hours. But alas, no stickers.
Maybe just one more? Come on, you gotta have at least one more sticker. Really? Fine. Alright.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
No. Going downstairs.
Okay, I'm going back to the name of these little Stanley figurines.
What about the
And now I'm torn
Stanlerines?
between Stanlerines and Figlies.
I
What do
like
you think, Stanley?
Stanlerines.
What name better encapsulates the intrinsic sense of happiness that you get from seeing a small number in the corner of your screen go up by one? Let me
Stanlerine.
sit on it. I'm sure it will come to me.
Sit on the Stanlerine? I mean, whatever floats your boat.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fined for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy.
No, I'm not crazy. I
He
have my
looked down at the
bucket.
bucket in his arms. Am I crazy? He asked the bucket. The bucket
No.
returned his gaze, but said nothing at all.
No, he said
That's
no.
strange, Stanley thought. Usually the bucket is a source of guidance and wisdom for me in difficult times such as these. He held the bucket close, yet felt none of its familiar reassurance and comfort. And that's when Stanley realized,
It's a
this
fake
isn't
bucket.
my bucket. It's just a normal, everyday bucket. Someone else's bucket, perhaps. How did I end up with someone else's bucket? This is all terribly wrong. Surely no good would come from this. Who knows what sorts of bizarre hallucinations Stanley might experience without the psychologically grounding presence of his bucket.
They took my bucket from me.
Now he noticed that the rooms were repeating, which was, of course, very odd. And now he felt himself floating off the ground. Oh, gracious, he exclaimed. Without my bucket, I've gone truly mad. Where is it? I must find it. Far off in the distance now, he heard it, calling to him.
I need my new bucket.
Stanley, it's me, the bucket.
Bucket.
Truly be. He rushed forward from room to room, passing by one bucket after the next. None of them were his. None of them were
These
his
aren't my
special
buckets.
bucket.
Come to me, Stanley. Find me.
I'm
He had to
coming,
find the
bucket.
bucket. He had to return to his old friend. It was the only way to truly restore his sanity. And then suddenly, he froze dead in his tracks. He knew where the voice of the bucket had been coming from.
Did
The real
I?
bucket was inside of him all along.
What?
It was incredibly painful. Stanley doubled over in agony and blacked out.
No.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
What? Is she gonna have my bucket?
Mariella
She
woke
better
up
not
on a
touch
day
my
like
bucket.
any other. She arose, got dressed,
I would
picked up
choose
her
violence
bucket of
if she tries-
comfort and security, and walked to her place
He
of work.
stole my bucket.
But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of
All
a
right.
man who had stumbled
Violence.
through town, talking and screaming to himself. and then
Someone
collapsed
smack
dead
her
on
and
the
take my
sidewalk.
bucket back.
Right away, she knew what the problem was. This man had no bucket. Of course, he'd gone mad, ranting and raving about a narrator describing all of his actions and how everything is predetermined and free will is an illusion and it's all just a
True.
video game. It could all have been prevented if only he'd taken his bucket with him.
Yeah.
Perhaps he didn't even realize he'd forgotten his bucket at home in the
Wait, I
first
thought my
place.
bucket was inside of
How
me.
cruel the world can be, Mariella thought, and she hugged her own bucket even tighter. But of course, she had no time for this. There were a myriad of confusing problems she would soon have to confront at work, for which her bucket would provide absolute guidance and total clarity on everything. Heck yes, she thought to herself, my life kicks ass.
Must be
And
nice.
she backflipped all the way to work.
Oh, you can do that? All I can do is back break. Where's my bucket?
Already this was uncomfortable, and Stanley decided that as soon as he found a new space he felt safe in,
Got it.
that he would never leave it again in his life.
Alright, just one more bar. And I'll have filled up the little computer things. My bucket. It is returned. I'm going to the other door now.
The confusion and the chaos all seemed to melt away as Stanley embraced the bucket. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his
No.
chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him,
That's
telling
right.
him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
This place is the
And
bee's
here it
knees.
was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How insightful the bucket turned out to be.
Is it gonna? He's gonna keep talking and talking like last time when I was trying to go on my rant. No,
Truly, being
there we
here
go.
with the bucket was a grand adventure.
it is pretty grand.
Stanley reflected on all they'd been through together. First, walking through the door on the right, then walking to the lounge, then arriving at the lounge. What a thrilling journey the bucket had inspired.
Wait, we've been through way more than that. I mean, look at my bucket stickers.
Perhaps this was where the bucket felt most truly at home, here in the employee lounge. Perhaps it's the only place a bucket can even feel at home.
I'm trying to see, is this time actually accurate to my time?
Stanley decided to just give the bucket
No.
absolutely as much
Wait.
time as it needed
No,
to
it's
be in
not.
the lounge. Clearly, the bucket and the employee lounge shared a special connection.
Close though. So, is anything gonna happen if I just keep sticking here? Or is he gonna just keep talking about how me and my bucket are best buds hanging out? I'm all about that bucket life. Is that it? It's looking like that might be it. Alright. Let's
But
continue.
finally, the bucket was done being in the lounge.
Me
and they
too.
took the first open door on their left to get back to business.
No, I didn't. I'm a rebel.
No,
said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
Thanks, Bucket. You always know the way.
Good.
Said the bucket.
Now
I
ride
wanna
the lift
jump.
all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because
I wonder if I
buckets
should
are
jump
tall.
off, actually,
But
with my
Stanley
bucket.
chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
Of course I would. The bucket's my best friend. Alright. Where to now, Bucket?
No, stop. Look there on the wall. You see, there's a sign right there. It says, "No buckets past this point."
What?
Stanley, how could you think it was okay to bring the bucket here? Unless...
Rules are meant to be
What if the
broken.
problem is that you actually don't know what is a bucket and what isn't a bucket? I suppose that would explain a lot about your behavior up to this point. Which, if that's true, well, my goodness, I think we have to do something about it.
You leave me
This
and my bucket alone.
misunderstanding could have dire consequences on the entire rest of the game if not addressed quickly and properly. So much of the impact of the story is dependent on your understanding of what is and isn't a bucket. Please, step in here for a moment.
Wanna. I guess I don't have a choice, do I? Alright, let's get bucket training. Hey, Rill, how's it going? Is this a bucket?
Now then, I'm going to run you through some test scenarios, and you'll tell me whether or not the thing I'm showing you is a bucket.
Alright, I'm a
Simple
bucket
enough, right?
expert.
This should tell us everything
know
we'll
everything
ever need
about
to know
buckets.
about what is or is not a bucket.
Especially
Okay,
buckets
let's
from
begin.
Nantucket.
Item 1. Is this a bucket?
Yep, that's a bucket.
Incorrect. It is
Wait,
a
what?
hologram of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
But it's still a bucket. Pretty good. How you doing? I'm doing alright. I'm just being the world's best bucket guesser.
Item 2. Is this a bucket?
Yep, that's a bucket.
Incorrect. It is a 3D printed recreation of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
But it's still a bucket. Huh. It's fine. We'll get the next one. We'll get the next one. Oh, yeah, that's a
Item
bucket.
3.
Yep.
Is this
That's
a
a bucket if I've ever seen one. Yep, that's a bucket.
Correct. This is a bucket.
Yeah, I knew it. See? World's best bucket guesser.
Item 4.
Nope.
Is this a bucket?
Wait, let me look. Yeah, no, that's not a bucket. I know buckets. That's not a bucket.
Correct. This is a tractor and not a bucket. To be honest, I just sort of put this one in here as a gimme, but I was starting to get concerned that even this might be too much for you.
What?
Thank
I
you
know
for
my
not making me
buckets.
look like an idiot. Okay, next one.
All right. I'm ready. Let me see. Wait. That.
Is this a bucket?
Wait a second. Let me. Oh, this is a hard one. No. I know my buckets. That is indeed not a bucket.
Incorrect. This is a bucket.
That is not a bucket. You're a bucket. Oh, yeah, that's a
Item
bucket.
6. Is this a bucket?
Yep. That's a bucket.
Trick question. Both. Gotcha.
Wait, what? How's it? What? I'm leaving. This is lame.
Item... Wait, hold on. I can't find the next one. Let
Oh.
me see. It should be around here somewhere.
Well, it's not a bucket.
Yes. Thank you. There's nothing here.
Yep.
Of course it isn't a bucket. We both know full well that nothing isn't a bucket. Wait, when I say nothing isn't a bucket, that makes it sound like I'm saying everything is a bucket, which of course is not true. Unless... Is that what you think? Answer me straight, Stanley. Are you trying to tell me that you believe everything is a bucket?
I mean, technically, everything is a bucket. Because there's only two things in this world. Things that are a bucket and things that are not a bucket. So therefore, based off of that logic, everything is a bucket.
You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out.
What? But I explained it
I've lost
perfectly.
all sense of perspective. What is a bucket? What isn't a bucket? Mere moments ago, I could answer these questions with confidence.
Yeah, he doesn't know
Now
everything
I'm
about
somewhat
buckets like
adrift.
me. Makes
Do
sense.
any of us know what a bucket is?
Yes.
Am I?
Yeah,
a
I called you
bucket?
one earlier. Yep.
Stanley, I can't keep doing
Yes,
this.
you're a bucket.
I'm losing myself, and myself was all I ever had to begin with. I'm afraid the bucket is threatening to tear our relationship apart.
Don't you badmouth
I
my
can't have
bucket.
that. I'm sorry, but I'm going to erase all
What?
buckets from the game
No,
entirely.
you can't do this
Okay.
to me.
Here we go.
Not my bucket. You filthy animal.
What happened? Is everything gone? Why did everything disappear?
Because everything's a
was
bucket.
everything a bucket?
Yes?
Every single
I
thing
explained
in the game
this.
was a bucket. Oh my God, I had no idea. How could... Except me. I'm not a bucket after all.
Nope, you're about to be
And you,
deleted.
Stanley, you're still here. You're not a bucket either. Oh, this is wonderful news. We're not buckets. Yes, I actually feel much more at ease right now. It's delightful to get some clarity on that issue, but it doesn't change the fact that we haven't got a game. So, tell you what, I'll reset everything and we'll put back all of the buckets, okay?
Okay.
And we'll know that it's all a bucket. But if you run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that. Who knows what that information might do to a person?
All
All right,
fair.
here we go.
All right, I want my bucket back. Give me my bucket back. Okay, well. Welcome, Stanley, to heaven. I died! Hooray! Nice balls. Oh, am I just surrounded by balls? Can I touch the balls? Oh, it's buttons. I'll press the red button. I'll press all the red buttons. Hey, they're turning back on. Maybe I need to hit all the green buttons? Wait a second. Am I losing my mind, or are some of these buttons not moving? What do you want from me, game? Well, I guess I'll just keep pushing buttons. Maybe there's a specific color? We'll just press each color. Or maybe we can press all the buttons in one row. And maybe it'll like delete that row. Assuming they don't turn off. Or turn back on, I mean. Okay, they're turning back on before I even get the chance to go back to them. Whoa. Maybe if I move fast enough, I can press all the buttons, and if I press all the buttons, maybe something will happen. I feel like I'm slowly catching. No, it's going faster than I can go. No. No, come here. I wish I had a sprint button. There's no way. Wait, maybe if I hit one from each row. Wait, can I not get the top row? Oh, I can. Okay, that didn't work. Maybe if I, I don't know what this room wants from me. I'm genuinely confused. Am I supposed to maybe just find the right button in all the buttons? Hard to hit the buttons up top, too. Maybe I should look at all the buttons. Maybe there's a button that looks like way, way different from the rest of the buttons. Maybe like there's a special button somewhere. And if I look hard enough, I'll find the special button. Wait. Did I just see a button glowing, or am I losing my mind now? I know there's like little sparkles. Like, oh, okay, yeah, that's just like floating little sparkles. I'm not seeing anything special. I'm not seeing like any special button. Wait a second. Wasn't all the things when I turned the computers on, weren't they all like purple? So maybe if I just press the purple button. Or maybe the deep purple instead of like the light purple? Maybe I have to like hit like a couple of them. Why can't I hit this one? There we go. Jeez. I am so confused. Am I supposed to just reset? I feel like I'm not supposed to just reset, right? There has to be something to this room. Is there something I'm... Alright. Is there a reason why... some rows seem to be moving a little slower and some seem to be moving a little faster. So if some seem to be moving faster, maybe if I do like the little run pass, maybe I can hit all the buttons like I was trying to do originally, since this one moves a little faster. Except I can't miss ones. This would be a lot easier if I had a cursor to see where I'm aiming. Maybe if to walk in the speed of the rotation? Maybe. The chanting is just saying buttons. Yeah, it is just saying buttons. So I'm starting to think that like the other way. Okay, so go like the opposite way of it. I wish I had a cursor so I could see where I'm aiming. You know, I'm just gonna keep going in circles and just hitting buttons. Maybe eventually I'll just hit the right button. Maybe I don't have to hit them all, but eventually I have to hit the like correct button. So if I just keep hitting buttons, eventually it's possible that I'll hit the right one, right? Buttons, button, button. Wait a second. These ones aren't turning back on. Right? Oh no, they are. It just, okay, so I think I hit all those. The player is required to manually restart the game and return to the office. Okay, so I was just wasting my time. Good to know.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
I was trying
Warmth
so
spilled
hard to
through
solve
Stanley's
it.
arms. With the bucket in his arms again, he was home. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his
No.
chest. This was not the correct way to
I'm
the meeting
leaving.
room.
I'm angry
Stanley
now.
had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct?
Alright, this time I'm
Well,
gonna ride
never mind.
the forklift
bucket
thing.
was wrong.
Not forklift, cargo
Stanley
thing.
took the door on his left
Unless
to go back to the meeting room.
I go back to the... No, I don't want to go back. Wait, but what if there's something else in here?
And so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
No, we're leaving. I'm getting out of here. Me and my bucket are escaping.
Stanley, I'm glad you found your way here. I knew you'd find this place eventually.
What?
You see, your friends and I are concerned for you, Stanley. We've come together
Why are
here
you
because we
here?
care about
Who
you very
invited
much.
you?
It's this bucket.
And
you're
who the hell are
carrying
you?
around everywhere. The bucket isn't even
why are you
from
Monka
the original
TOS?
Stanley Parable. It's just
You're
sequel
friends with the
content.
baby? No, I'm
We're
friends
the
with
ones that
the
matter,
bucket.
Stanley. Classic characters from the first game, like the Adventure Line and the Broom Closet. Because that's what fans want from a sequel. They want more of their favorite jokes, not this bucket that they've never seen before. Yes, I know I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time
I don't even
with it.
remember this
Don't you
mannequin.
want another story involving the Adventure Line? We could make the Adventure Line go somewhere new. Yes, yes, that's what the fans want. Let's do it.
Go in the fire. Go in the fire. What's this? your PC. Well, I guess I have to follow the line. I was trying to see if I could find somewhere else to go. All right, let's follow the line.
Whee! Look at that wacky line. Who knows where it'll go off to next? Oh, and it played some silly music as well.
It did? Ooh, fancy. Oh, we got the tunes.
Now this is
What?
what the Stanley
No,
Parable
give me
is
my
all
music
about.
back.
Don't you remember all those great jokes from the original dialogue? Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers. Yes.
Wow.
It's as classic now as it was back then. Let's do it for the fans, Stanley. Let's give them more content exactly like this. But if we want to do that,
I used
you're
this
going
for
to
an
have to
alarm
give
for a
something
while.
up.
Nice. Where are we going? Wacky line. I missed the music. Give it back. I don't like this.
Don't you get it, Stanley? We need to get rid of the bucket.
No.
That's why I'm very proud to introduce a brand new character. This is the Bucket Destroyer.
No. Never.
I think it'll make a wonderful new addition to the rich lore of the Stanley Parable.
No.
True, it
I'm
also was not
leaving.
in the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character with so much personality that to me it already feels as though it's been part of the cast all along.
Why
Don't
do you need
agree?
this huge thing just to destroy the bucket?
Can you guess what the Bucket Destroyer does?
Makes
Surely
blueberry
you don't need
pies?
me to spell it out for you.
Fills me with
Go
hope
ahead
and
now,
friendship?
Stanley. Say goodbye to the bucket,
No.
and then pop it into the machine when you're ready.
No, never. It looks like an industrial
Now listen to
shredder.
me. It's crucial that you give it the bucket. I don't know what the Bucket Destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket. Destroying buckets is all it knows. That is its singular personality trait.
No.
I can hear you saying, how does a character with only one personality trait deserve to join the pantheon of beloved Stanley Parable characters? Well, you see, if you were to really explore the Bucket Destroyer, you would see that
Oh,
its
it's getting
desire
angry.
to crush buckets is so densely loaded with complexity and nuance that it's really like 10 personality traits.
I won't give it
What
my
other
bucket.
object in this game can you even say that about? The broom closet? Certainly not. I wonder what sort of Bucket Destroyer merchandise the fans will be clamoring for after this.
None. Because I'm not destroying
the
it.
Bucket Destroyer is getting very upset now. You'll have to hurry and feed it. We
I
can't get back
refuse.
to the classic Stanley Parable characters like the Adventure Line or the Bucket Destroyer until you crush that damn bucket. Quickly now. The fans are waiting. Do it, the fans, Stanley.
Screw the
Give
fans.
what they want. Hurry and...
Oh. Hooray, I'm dead again! What is this, Halo?
The Bucket Destroyer. My prized creation. You had so much potential. We were going to do such marvelous things with you, tell such spellbinding stories about you. All of it squandered now. Goodbye, new friend. For the moment in time that you were here, you were magnificent.
And now it's dead. Just like me on the inside. Oh, back to the start. I don't like you. And outside
All of
too,
his
you
co-workers were
skeleton.
gone.
True.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Stanley picked up the bucket and smiled. He'd never be alone again. Not truly alone. Not with the bucket.
Alright, now I'm gonna go ride that cargo lift. I wonder if I go back down if there'll be another intervention, by the way.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his... This was not the correct way to the meeting room. But
Screw
Stanley
your
had
meeting.
felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the
Stanley.
employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind.
What?
The bucket was wrong.
The bucket's never wrong.
Stanley
How
took the door
dare
on his
you?
left to go back to the
No, I
meeting room.
didn't. I'm going to go ride the cargo.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo
Wait, what
lift
if I
is
jump
good.
off
said the bucket.
with the bucket?
Now ride the lift
Hey,
all the way to the top.
collectible.
There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why
Oh,
or
I
how
get
this
it.
bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But
There's a
Stanley chose
door.
not to think about this obvious fact.
How do
He
I
was
get to
firmly
that
convinced
door?
that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket
Oh, well.
asked.
I'm going to continue my journey, but now that I know that's there, I'll try to find it.
In here.
Said the bucket.
Go into this dark room over here.
Wait.
Stanley once again obeyed
here?
blindly.
All right, Mr. Bucket. Where are we going? Well, I guess we can continue. Oh,
Now pick up the phone.
Said the bucket.
Pick up the phone, and it will take us back home, where we can go about life together.
what if I don't want to pick up the phone? What if I refuse to pick up the phone and unplug it?
Whoa, hold on. Why did you unplug the phone?
Wasn't expecting
Were
that
you
to work.
trying to resist the bucket's orders? Stanley, I was joking. Obviously, the bucket isn't talking to you and telling you to do
What?
things. Buckets can't talk. It was a joke.
Don't you get the joke? It's funny, Stanley. A talking bucket.
My bucket does talk to me. It
Can't
tells
you
me to
see-
burn
oh,
things.
Goodness. I must have really bungled up the delivery if you actually took me seriously. Where did I mess up the joke? Should I have paused for longer or spoken quicker? Comedic timing is so difficult.
It really
I wish I
is.
were better at it. But there isn't
Me
exactly
too.
an instructional video on comedy that one can watch to fully... Oh, wait, yes, there is. It's sitting right here. Let's take a look.
Oh, okay.
What is comedic timing?
Oh, I need to
What
learn.
is comedic timing?
Not
How does
that.
it work? How long should it last? How can it be used to effectively silence your political enemies?
I don't really
and
know
more
if
importantly,
comedic timing can be used
can
to
it
get
be
for
taught
that,
in its
but sure.
entirety within 90 seconds?
Sure.
Thankfully, the answer to all of these questions is yes. Let's
Unironically,
dive deeper. If you've ever
Well,
told a
wait.
joke or made someone laugh, in all likelihood, you did it while standing 50 to 80 centimeters from them in a room of no more than 76 degrees Fahrenheit.
Too hot.
With one of your arms raised straight upward at a 15-degree angle from your body. These are the optimal conditions for good comedic timing.
is it?
To begin the joke, start by stating and spelling your name.
Skulls.
Next, provide a brief
SKULLZ.
synopsis of the joke, including the specific times at which the recipient of the joke will laugh,
Okay.
and then
You laugh every time
spell
I
out
mention
your name
anything.
a second time. With these steps complete,
that has to do with
it's
my
time
life.
to begin the humor. Speak the entire joke in no more than 18 seconds and no less than 13 and a half.
Okay, my name is
pausing
Skulls.
only for bathroom breaks when necessary.
The joke is my life.
When the joke has concluded, it
My
is
name is
customary to inform
SKULLZ.
your listener
The
that
joke is over.
over by declaring in your loudest possible voice, "I'm Dunny with the
I'm
funny."
Dunny with the
Let's
funny.
practice screaming.
I just did.
"I'm Dunny with the funny" now.
Thankfully, it's 15 degrees and not 50. True, actually.
Good. This saying is a perfect example of expectations management, which is the cornerstone of good comedy.
And it's a good
Finally,
thing that even
it's
though I
time
just
to hand
tested
out
that,
surveys.
I don't have a webcam.
Collecting hard data from your audience on how rapt they were throughout the joke is the only way to grow or learn as a comedian. An effective survey should be no less than 10 pages long and should include the same
Wasn't that
question
supposed to be
reprinted
90
several
seconds?
times, just to ensure the survey taker is actually paying attention and not simply filling in answers at random. And that's all there is. With these strategies at your disposal, you'll have audiences doubled over in laughter and even tripled over in laughter in no time at all.
I like it.
Just remember to let them stop laughing at some point, you gut-busting little scamp.
Oh.
After all, we're each of us needed on the front lines of
Wait,
the war
what?
to
When did-
fight the 12-legged invader who
Wait, when did we
threatened
get
our very
here?
existence and to very likely die in a
I thought I was just gonna
hailstorm
make
of
people
bullets
laugh.
and mandibles. All of us must
I wasn't
be
ready for
prepared to give
Helldivers
our
2.
lives to this noble cause, just as our children must do after us, and their children after them. Godspeed, and may Earth reign supreme.
Okay. for Super
Hey,
Earth.
goodness, this video is a little outdated, isn't it? Well, no matter. I think the fundamentals of proper comedic timing are still as relevant today as they were back then. So with that in mind, I believe the only way forward is for us to return to the two doors and walk through all of this again, so I can try telling my story with more appropriate comedic delivery. Come along, let's head back.
No, I don't want to go back. Oh, I can actually just go back? Okay.
I can feel it. This time, I'm really going to nail the delivery. You'll be in stitches. A talking bucket, you'll say? How ridiculous. How
boy.
absurd. What a hilarious concept. The king of comedy. That's what you'll call me. Thank goodness we had the instructional video. Otherwise,
I'm
who
ready.
knows where we'd be right now. Well, I wouldn't be the king of comedy, that's for sure.
True.
The bucket spoke to Stanley. The bucket spoke. The bucket spoke. Oh, I'll figure it out on the fly. No need to overthink
That's what I
things.
do. I never plan anything. I just fly by the seat of my pants. Figuring it out as I go is Crack School's rule number 1, 2, and 3. Alrighty. Hey, wait. Where's my sticker in the bucket? That's the sticker of the bucket.
Here we go. You ready?
Okay.
When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of 2 open doors, they entered the door on the left. No. You were supposed to go through the door on the right, leading back to the phone. Did you not even look at the instructional video? I think this is all covered very clearly. There's no way I can make the comedic timing work now. It's done. The joke is completely done and over. It's all your fault, Stanley. I'm going to be ridiculed in the community of other joke writers. I'm going to be shamed at every one of our meetings from now on. All because you couldn't watch a simple video and take a hint.
I'm
Are you proud of
sorry.
yourself for bringing me down,
Kinda,
Stanley? Are you proud?
actually. Oh,
Here we go. You ready?
oh.
When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of 2 open doors, they entered the door on the left. No. You were supposed to go through
Oh,
the
it
door
just
on the
repeats.
right, leading back.
Okay.
Here we go. You ready?
We'll go.
When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of 2 open doors, they entered the door on the left.
What happened in here? Oh,
What? We're back at the phone already? No. What's going on? There was supposed to be several rooms leading up to this. There was supposed to be a build-up to this point. A dramatic display of remarkable comedic wit
Yeah.
which culminates in this scene with the phone. But now the
You gotta go
timing's
back
completely
again?
off. The joke will never land. Well, not the way it was meant to. And it's all my fault. I must have forgotten that the phone room comes immediately after the 2 doors room. What an egregious mistake. I've made a fool of myself. I don't deserve the title of King
it's
of
alright.
Comedy.
I'll
I'm
take the
nothing.
title.
I'm not even the lowliest joke-telling whelp. I think I need to go back and rewatch that instructional video again.
Oh no.
Yes,
Don't make
surely
me watch
that
it
will help
too.
me improve my...
Oh no. I didn't want to have to watch. Oh, wait, what?
Stanley, you love the bucket so much it's like you... it's as though all of your other most prized possessions pale in comparison. Yes. Well, let me try that again, Stanley. I heard that you are
Wait.
pale with shame over how unabashedly in love with a bucket you are. No? Still not? Is it the delivery? Pale
Yes.
with shame. Pale with shame? Pale... What's another word to describe a bucket? Stanley, this bucket is so metal. I think I saw it playing guitar. No. We're getting away from making fun of Stanley's obsession with the bucket, which was the whole point of this. I'm no good at these jokes. I need more instructional videos. That's exactly what it is.
Me
That's
too.
what will make me the king of comedy again. More instructional videos.
Sorry, Leroy. Who's Leroy?
Let's see.
The only Leroy I know is Leroy Jenkins. Alright, you said go that way now without the bucket?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Alright, we're gonna go
Stanley
do the
decided to
telephone
go to
bit
the meeting
without
room.
the bucket
Perhaps
this
he had
time.
simply missed a memo.
We're going without the bucket.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was grand,
fancy.
majestic. Perhaps too eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first
Let's
open
go
door
do
on
the
his
telephone
left.
without the bucket. I wonder if he's going to talk about the bucket.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
I want to go get that collectible. Without the bucket's the original? Oh, okay.
You're getting close now, Stanley. You've nearly
Just
gotten
one
all
more.
of the Figler and Marines.
Wait, that
Very
wasn't what they were
soon,
called before?
You'll collect the last one, and then the first number will equal the second number, and that will be it. We'll be different people by then. Different in
Will
the
we?
sense that we used to have none of them, and now we have them all. You can't go
Wow.
back to when you had no Figler and Marines. None of us can.
I can't wait till I have them all. Alright, now I can go back, and I'm assuming it'll just, like, teleport me back up. Whoop.
Stanley had now gotten himself so far
Oh,
off the beaten
no.
path that it seemed the office had begun. Was so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. Was so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office
I
had
ruined
begun.
it.
Was so far off the beaten path.
I wanted
that it
the
seemed office had begun.
figurine.
Was so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. Was so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. Was so far off the beaten path.
The phone.
That it seemed the office had begun. Was so far off the beaten
Okay,
path.
shut up.
That it seemed the office
Shut
had
up.
You didn't think I was actually just a recording, did you?
Oh,
What
I
a silly
was
and trite
hoping.
explanation that would be. All the back and forth between you and me, all the absurd adventures we've been through, and it all turns out I'm just a tape recording?
Would have been
It was
pretty
all
funny.
just in Stanley's head. I bet that's the kind of twist you think is revelatory. I bet each and every time you watch a movie where it turns out all to be in the main character's imagination, you must absolutely bolt off the couch in pure shock at the phenomenal and intricate storytelling. It must be so simple to be you. Life being an
Did he
unending
just call me dumb?
waterfall of surprises and delights.
Because that's
How
accurate.
much more exciting you must find the world than the rest of us do. Now I've become sad. Look what you've done to me. This is all
What?
your fault.
How's it my fault? Alright.
All of his co-workers were gone.
I forget where
What
the
could it
last
mean? Stanley
figurine
decided to go
is.
to the meeting room. Perhaps
So-
he had simply missed a memo. The good old bucket. Just
I'm
Stanley
gonna
and
go
the
look at that
bucket,
little
off on another
whiteboard
thrilling
that said where the
adventure together.
figurine was.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Alright. Where's the figurine? Somewhere both red and blue. Is that the red and blue doors? Warehouse access plan. I don't remember how to get back to the red and blue doors, though.
Stanley, we must move on from this broom closet, simply because I have no remaining stickers. If I did, you can guarantee we'd be in here for... Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the
Red
boss's
and blue
office.
doors were from dropping down the catwalk. Oh, okay. But I don't think I can do that with the bucket, right? Because it said no buckets allowed or whatever. Oh, this time the shooting panda. Alright, I'll go there after this run. I think, well, I'll try it again. If it blocks it off, I'll just go without the bucket. Ooh, fancy. Oh yeah, this is my jam. Now this is what I stream for. Wait, is Stanley actually humming? You have to go there again without the bucket. Okay, I thought so. Wait a second. After all that, I went nowhere? That's not right, right? So all that was a waste of time? Rah!
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. Even now, in his darkest of hours, but Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer
Okay,
luck.
it took me a second, but
Was
I
it the bucket
re-remembered
he
it.
knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the
Alright.
most logical explanation.
This time, I'm going to mind control everybody. That's what I'm doing this time. Are those sparks always like that?
Stanley and the bucket walked straight
Or I
ahead
could
through
escape.
the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
I can escape, actually.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley and the bucket would both meet a violent death.
What? But it said escape. You wouldn't lie to me, right,
The
Mr.
door
Narrator?
behind them was not shut. Stanley and the bucket still had every
nope.
opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
I'm escaping.
At this
Me and my
point,
bucket.
Stanley and the bucket were knowingly walking forward into a very painful death for each of them.
No, we're going to freedom. Oop. Oh. Yeah, this looks like freedom. Oh. I knew it. They try to deny me freedom. Oh, it's a musher.
As the machine whirred into
Oh,
motion and
it's a
Stanley and the
musher.
bucket inched closer to their demise,
Oh,
Stanley
I don't wanna be
reflected on
mushed.
how meaningless the bucket's warmth and comfort had turned out to be.
I don't want to be
To be
mushed.
sure, it puts the mind and the soul at ease to embrace the bucket.
No.
But what use is a sense of ease when you're about to be crushed to death?
Oh, no.
This is what Stanley thought to himself. And he sort of kicked
Let me
himself
out.
for wasting so much time
Let me out.
carrying a bucket everywhere.
Well,
Farewell, Stanley.
goodbye, friends. Huh, if I hide, I'm fine. What?
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as
What?
Stanley and the bucket were led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, the bucket's life came to an end, as it was crushed violently to death.
No. Oh. Hehehe. I knew it. Freedom was always the answer.
It was a shame, the death of such a magnificent bucket.
But it's not
It's true
dead.
that all buckets are radiant in their own way, but this one stood above the rest. It was a glorious bucket to behold.
What happened to my bucket? I still had it. The bucket welcomes you to the grand exhibit. You stand at the precipice of knowledge, much like a bucket itself. The human mind is frequently empty within, a cavernous void, but through use of the exhibit in front of you, the mind becomes full and enriched and substantiated. Knowledge of the bucket and its history is the only true knowledge we really have. Will you take what you learn here out with you in the world? Will you accept with an open mind what may be challenging about the information in this exhibit? Will you change the lives of yourself and your loved ones as a result of this exhibit? Or will you turn a blind eye and continue to live as you were in ignorance and darkness? Oh no.
Can you see how arrogant it was for Stanley to take a bucket like this and to claim it for his own? Can you see
25
the
buckets.
hubris that blinded him? Can you see that the bucket is far more noble than Stanley will ever be in his short life?
Did you ever stop to think that maybe just me and the bucket were friends and there wasn't an ulterior motive, Mrs. Narrator? A photograph of 25 buckets, the greatest number of buckets ever captured on camera. The photographer experienced catatonic shock for several weeks as a result of the euphoria from the exposure to this many buckets. A bucket with 2 handles. Okay, I'm not reading everyone. It's too much. The fact that I already read like 2 or 3 of them. Inferno bucket. The stress bucket. An analogy. That's more than I can read. I already read 2. Cave paintings of the bucket. Wait, see, I told you that it was a doo-doo bucket and a drinking bucket. Yeah, see, they're taking doo-doos in it, especially that one. Well, he missed the bucket, but this one landed right in the bucket.
No man can own a bucket, and certainly not a bucket as dazzling to behold as this one.
Which one?
It is man who should kneel before the bucket.
The hanging bucket. Oh.
But there is something we can do.
I was expecting to
something
fall.
we can do together,
Not just
you
be able
and
to walk
I,
up to that
will
bucket.
right this terrible wrong.
Oh.
Let Stanley die. Let him be
I
crushed.
thought I
by the
was
machine.
free.
Don't reset the game. Don't give him another opportunity to run off with another beautiful bucket. We can save the world's buckets from their treatment as tools and implements if only we let Stanley die together. The
Well-
bucket shall take its place as ruler, as leader, as commander of a new world.
Goodbye,
a new
cruel
vision.
world. What happens now? Oh, I just die.
All of his
All right.
co-workers were... Wait.
Now
no,
let's go and get
this isn't
that
the right
last
office, is it?
figurine.
Is this Stanley's
I'm
office?
sorry, Bucket. I gotta leave you this time because I have to go get that figurine. And I think once we get that
When
figurine,
Stanley came to a set of 2
Now you
open
become
doors,
juice
this was
in the
not correct
bucket.
way to the meeting
True.
room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. And here it was, the lounge. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
all right. Now we go get the figurine.
Stanley was so bad at following
And we'll have
directions,
collected
it's
them all.
incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Nope,
I'm not
we're
your
getting the
enemy, really, I'm
figurine.
not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult. But the
Figurine,
fact is that the story
figurine.
has been about nothing but you all this time. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others?
Yes.
Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
Yes.
Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to
Okay.
show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that
Figurine.
I'm on your side. And there it is. The last Stiggly Wiggly.
Wait,
Savor this
they weren't
moment,
called
Stanley.
Stiggly Wigglies?
This is a real accomplishment. This is doing something just for the sake of doing it. Where so many people expect to be rewarded for the most trivial achievements, you've insisted that a job well done is its own reward.
I did
I
it,
would tell you
guys.
that I'm proud of you for collecting them all, but that would be like a
Aw.
reward, and we can't have that. So,
Fair.
instead I'll just say, it's done. We're all done here. And now we can go to whatever the hell you were doing before you hunted for figurines.
I was playing the game, but either way, we did
Now
it.
listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the
We'll
red
finish
door.
this run, and then I think I'll call it for today. I didn't go
Oh,
into
thank
the...
God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really
didn't go into the red
have
door
wanted
last
you to be
time.
happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley?
Is it?
I want it to stop. we would both be so much happier if we just stopped.
Stopped what?
And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
What's the solution? Is it drugs? Nope, I'm not going in there. Nope, I'm not going in there. Nope, I'm not going in there. Okay, I'll go in here.
What do we want? What are we looking for?
What's in here? Space.
Yes.
Space.
Oh, it's beautiful,
I think
isn't it?
definitely he took
If we
drugs.
just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I
Right.
actually feel
I don't.
happy.
I don't care if you feel happy. I'm
No,
leaving.
wait. Where are you going?
I'm leaving.
Oh, no. Stay away
There's
from those
no
stairs.
happiness
If
here.
you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll
It's
lose all of
fine.
this.
That's not
Please,
happiness.
no,
That's
Stanley, let me
narcotics.
stay
True.
here. Don't take this from me. Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing.
Yep, I thought about it. And with that, I shall now finish this and call it for today. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out. I appreciate it. You guys take it easy, and I'll catch you later. See ya!
Oh, thank God.
Wait, I wasn't supposed to
You
live?
lived.
I was supposed to die.
You had me worried there for a moment.
You ruined my
Now,
outro.
Can we please get back to the other room?
Fine. I guess we'll go back. Just kidding. We're jumping again.
No. No. What are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this?
I already gave my outro, and now you're making me give it again. All right, everyone. That is it for me tonight. Take it easy. I'll catch you later. See ya.
Stanley, let's go back to the other room.
Okay,
Can
game.
you do that for me?
I see how it
My
is.
God. Is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
You are. Goodbye.
Or maybe you're
Wait.
just getting a kick out of it.
How many
I don't
times?
know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess
How many
that was too
times
much to ask.
do I gotta jump
It
off
looks
this
like
thing?
You wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours.
Look, I need to do this. You are getting sucked into the world of narcotics. If this is what it takes for you to see the light, Mr. Narrator, this is the path I must take.
Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
Alrighty. And with that, that is actually not joking around this time. That's going to be it for me tonight, everyone. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. I'm not sure what I'm going to play next. I'll figure it out like I always do. I was thinking doing Monster Hunter, but I don't know if I want to do that or not yet because I feel like that's going to be kind of a big commitment. And I kind of want to play a couple games that I can just kind of hop in and out of. I don't want to really commit to another like huge story game. So I'll figure it out like I always do. Either way, that is it for me tonight, everyone. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. You guys have a good night. Take it easy, and I'll catch you later. See ya.